Hey everyone, welcome back to the range. My name is Matt, also known as the Ammo Nerd, and we have an ammunition review today in one of my most popular calibers, 5.56 NATO or 223 Remington or 5.56 by 45 millimeters. This is from PMC X-TAC, made in Korea. This is our 55 grain full metal jacket M193. Let's throw this guy on the table and talk about what we're going to do today. Now, in full transparency, I myself purchased this ammunition from Palmetto State Armory. I do have an active affiliate link set up with them, meaning that if I have any discount codes or links to them, I earn a sales commission off that, and effectively it costs you nothing. And what I do with that is I put it right back in the channel by procuring more of this stuff when I get requests to do updated, ammunition reviews. I did the PMC X-TAC a little while back, and one of my followers was like, well, how does it stack up post-COVID? So we picked up, I think, 200 rounds of it, and we're going to see what kind of velocity we get out of our barrel length today. We have all the way from 7.5 inches all the way up to and including 22 inch. It's around 50 to 55 degrees outside and sunny today. After we've done that, we're just looking for a general reliability test. We'll step out to 100 yards and see what kind of practical accuracy we can get. Normally we'll throw our 22 inch in a lead sled and throw a suppressor on there. So we're looking for, maximum advantage to see how tight of a group we can or can't get. Typically with our 55 grain full metal jacket M193, the velocity spec for that is 3167 feet per second from 78 feet. Usually when we crank the velocity of that up, the accuracy and precision tends to degrade a little bit. We have our Pro Paddle Digital DLX as always, as well as our Garmin 0C1, the Doppler little radar, as well as one from Athlon Optics that we just got in to do our review on. Up first, as always, we'll start with our shortest barrel length. This is a 7.5 inch upper from PSA. If you are a stranger to the channel, I am a big proponent, at least for myself, for PSA because I can stretch my dollars pretty darn long for acquiring all different types of uppers and various barrel lengths to complete this testing, so you guys have a good data set. Ending velocity on the Garmin 2234, 2222 on the Athlon, and I think 2223 on the light screen. So those are all pretty darn close to each other. Now on to our 10.5 inch, again, a PSA build. Apparently I can't count. Ending 2615, 2614, 2597. Now on to our 14.5 inch. This upper is from Pro 2A Tactical. I have a few of their uppers, and so far they've been pretty darn rock solid. They are very economical as well, just like PSA. $28.95 ending on the Garmin. I will say so far, comparing our two Doppler radar chronographs together, the Athlon rangefinder, or Rangecraft, excuse me, is a little bit faster to acquire that shot data for feedback. Now on to our 16 inch. This is our Springfield Hellion or Croatian VHS bullpup. This is a very nice setup, if I do say so myself, for a bullpup. The biggest detractor to this package is the trigger is pretty bad even for a bullpup. Now, as far as our PMC goes, we should see over 3,000 feet per second with this. $29.80 ending on the Garmin, so hopefully with that 20 inch we get to that magical velocity. Otherwise, this is going to be a little bit down on that velocity spec. Now for our 20 inch, this is a 1-in-7 twist premium double chrome lined FN barrel from PSA. Ending 31.48, so this does fall just shy of that velocity spec. Now that's 31.67 at 78 feet back then with the chronographs. So at muzzle, we should be a little over that, right around 3220-ish or so. And then the Doppler radars are instant feedback, and they are registering right around 3148 and 3154. And finally, our 22-inch, this is our TC Compass, Mr. Armor Slayer. I think I've used this particular package quite a lot, and I need to send it into them. I think if they're doing service again, I know they got bought by someone and I think they've split off from Smith & Wesson, but sometimes I've noticed that the cock on close isn't happening and the bolt isn't as smooth as it used to be. Here is our PMC X-TAC 55 grain full metal jacket at 100 yards. Our first group was 2.664 inches. Our second group was 1.993 inches. Then our third group, we actually changed suppressors, 2.061 inches. Pretty much par for the course for a 55 grain full metal jacket. Usually what happens with these particular loads is when you crank the speed of our M193 up, the group size tends to open up. As an example, that 6.021 inch group that you see right there is some early 90s yellow box Norinco 223 Remington, which is pretty much hotter than Independence M193, and that group size shows it. The previous group was 4.047 inches, so if you were looking for a more precision-oriented load, this PMC X-TAC may do it for you. Again, your mileage may vary. This is the 22-inch from a lead sled on a bench to around 80 degrees today. Well, folks, there you have it, our PMC X-TAC M193 5.56 55 grain full metal jacket. Pretty much very close to meeting that specification and not too much more. Now that actually directly translated into better precision at 100 yards compared to some of the other ammunition that we tested here on the same day. But if you're looking to meet that velocity spec and then some, this is going to fall short. That's where I always tend to recommend our Winchester or Lake City M193 Surplus. Otherwise, over the course of the review, we had no issues with this ammunition in terms of reliability. We didn't have any pierced primers, popped primers, cracked necks, or cracked bodies. No other feeding or extraction issues to mention in any of the guns. And with all that being said, it's time for me to get the heck out of here. But at the end of all of my videos, I take a moment to thank all those who help make these possible, because there's a lot that goes into them. Number one is my family. A big thank you to Deacon and Amy. Deacon would like to remind you all to like, subscribe, and share these videos to get that logarithm working for us, not against us. I think there's a bug on my arm. Number two are my Patreon and YouTube channel memberships. I have a campsite in the description below. It's a landing page. I can't tell you what's on it because YouTube likes to demonetize me every time I do, but effectively it's a commission or affiliate tracking link page that if you want to say thank you to the channel, I have links to like RMA and the other Mira Safety, and a few other vendors that I've worked with in the past that I use that commission to pretty much buy either more firearms or ammunition to do these testings. Number three is Palmetto State Armory. Again, in full transparency, had that available and I purchased it with my own funds from Patreon supporters. And of course, number four is you all for watching. Until next time, I'll catch you at the range.